Hello, my name is Santiago Carreño, and in this video, I will be presenting a summary and analysis of the Apple A12 chips that can be bought locally in Gainesville, Florida. The iPhone is one of the most successful and widely owned tech products of all time. They are designed by the Apple Corporation, based in Cupertino, California, and are made up of many component parts composed of over 80 different elements. One of the most important of these components is Apple's A12 Bionic chip, which gives the phone an edge in speed and energy efficiency over Apple's competitors. So how is it that such a complex product, designed and produced so far away from Gainesville, can be so easily found in an AT&T store only a 5-minute drive away from UF campus? Well, the first step in their production is the acquisition of raw materials needed. A12 chips are made up of primarily silicon, but also require phosphorus, antimony, arsenic, boron, indium, and gallium. While Apple does not release the specifics of where these elements are received, each of them are primarily sourced from specific countries, which export the majority of the world's supply. Of the A12 chip, all elements except for boron, which is brought from Turkey, are sourced directly from China. Once Apple has purchased all the necessary elements for their chips, they are sent to and manufactured at an outsourced facility in Taiwan by the company TSMC. And after the chips have been manufactured by TSMC, they are then sent to the Philippines, where the company Amkor does the packaging and final testing of the chips. After the A12 chips are ready for use, they are then shipped to Zhengzhou, China, where they are assembled by the Taiwanese electronics manufacturer Foxconn. These facilities cover over 2 square miles and employ well over 250,000 workers, who can produce around 500,000 iPhones a day. Once the phones are assembled, they are then put through a customs facility just outside the factory and transported to the Zhengzhou airport. iPhones were once transported in containers by ship, but Apple has now discovered that it can cheaply and more quickly transport the phones by plane. These enormous 747 planes transport around 150,000 iPhones each to Apple's central warehouse in Elk Grove, California. It is here that shipping centers, such as FedEx, in the case of AT&T, will take shipments of the phones to retailers across the country, including Gainesville. But just this timeline doesn't tell the full story of what goes into making and selling A12 chips and phones, because behind the scenes of this process are important regulatory and societal aspects. The creation of A12 chips is largely dependent on Chinese products and manufacturers, which has historically meant a great number of outsourced jobs. And in recent years, the US President, Donald Trump, has initiated a trade war with China, which has hugely impacted the process. When the White House instituted tariffs of over 25% on certain Chinese products in 2018, they impacted about $6.3 billion per year of semiconductor chips and related products. This came after China had already reduced taxes on these industries in an attempt to increase domestic product of them. There continues to be tension on this front, even in 2020. As far as societal impact, many of the minerals used in the production of iPhones have historically been sourced from areas of conflict, the profits of which often go towards armed groups and militia. These are often referred to as conflict minerals, while a different set of minerals are exceedingly difficult to mine and can be quite harmful to the environment. These are referred to as rare earth minerals. And while Apple has recently taken major steps towards ensuring their suppliers are not complicit in fueling armed conflicts or damaging the environment, many companies are not doing the same. What follows after this slide are all the sources I used in this presentation. But first, I'd like to say that I sincerely hope you found this presentation informative and entertaining, and I'm very grateful for your time. So thank you.